What's going on, everyone? So I saw something on my Twitter feed and it was really interesting. I wanted to actually dive right into it and make a video about it because this is pretty awesome. So apparently there is a mission editor that's coming for Armor Brigade. If you guys are not familiar with Armor Brigade, it's a game that came out in November and it's a pretty awesome game. I just had nothing but good things to say about this game. One thing that kind of struck me was how amazing and how epic this map is. You can fight literally modern combat with brigade versus brigade. I mean, it's just like all out, and you can see how huge this is. Look how like it's the entire North German plain here. It's epic. Like you have a huge city here, you got another city here, another city here. I mean, it's just all over the place. Like you can fight a massive battle. Anyway, going back to this, let's take a look at this mission editor that they're bundling in. By the way, this is free of charge. The developer's just giving this out for free and plans after they release this mission editor to keep supporting it with more updates. Also free. It's just awesome. I love when a developer does this. This is just incredible. One of the core features of Armor Brigade is the battle generator that can be used to generate an infinite amount of replayable content. The generated scenarios or missions can be saved and then shared with others, excluding the friendly unit placement that was edible in the earlier development mode. So far, the only way to make further changes to the saved missions has been to use external text editors and paint programs to edit the XML and BMP files that contain the mission data. The process was not particularly user-friendly. Now the system is about to change radically as we introduce a new feature that is an in-game editor where almost everything in the saved missions can be modified easily without exiting the game. The editor is an inherent part of the standard game UI. The user can load the mission in several different modes and then adjust parameters, remove and add formations, edit briefings, objectives, and deployment zones, and so on. The article takes a look at the first iteration of the mission as everything in Armor Brigade. It will be improved and more features will be added in the future. This is that thing I was mentioning. We hope that the system will inspire players to create and share their scenarios with others as it will help in creating a vibrant community. In Armor Brigade, the scenarios are called missions. For showcase purposes, I have copied the official missions to the user folder. The official missions are normally not editable. So as you can see here, we'll take a look at this. And so here are the mission list here. So let's look at the full entry that they posted. I'm not gonna kind of cover everything here, but kind of just going over everything. You enter the exit by clicking the edit button below the briefing. You can see the briefing from the side that was chosen in the mission screen. The mission ID must be unique and the briefing length is currently limited to 3,000 characters. The standard keyboard and mouse copy and paste scheme works, and you can copy paste text from other applications. The screen is mostly identical to the battle generator screen. The main differences are that some options are disabled and there is a new Force B playable option. You can use this parameter to prevent players from selecting the opponent's side. If you want Force A to be playable, the air superior option is important because it affects which sides can select aircraft in the force selection screen. In the objective screen, you can adjust victory points and deployment zones, create and delete objectives, edit dummy objective parameters, and change the water type between varied, formable, impassable, and frozen. All this is familiar from the old battle generator, but this groundbreaking feature is in the paint zones mode. Nice. Okay, cool. So, wow, this is a big post here. In deployment mode, you can move the player formations to their default position and change the formation orientation, shape, spacing, and pathfinding. Another new feature, obstacles can be pre-placed to their default positions in the same way as the standard game mode. Now it is possible to build defensive fortification lines for the scenario. Minefields, anti-tank obstacles, and wire obstacles placed in the mission editor will be locked and cannot be moved by the player. Click the objectives button to create, rename, move, and delete objectives. Just coming back from this, just going over all this, I am like very motivated. I'm just this is pretty awesome, guys. To be honest, because it basically expands the life of this game. So now that users can actually develop their own scenarios, there is just an infinite number of missions that you could play in this game. So after you play all the campaigns and missions that the developers bundled in the game, then you can dive into the forum here and kind of just go through all the modes and scenarios that people have made. You're going to have people making lots and lots of scenarios and modifications to this game, and just the sky's the limit in essence. So the $40 you're going to be spending on this game, you're like, well, I'm going to be getting weeks, if not months, of gameplay time in this. Now you can expand that to years. So the value of this game just went up. So big props to Slitherine, Matrix Games, and the developer Vetica Studios for making this, because it's I really love when stuff like this happens, because your $40 now just literally doubled in value at least. You know, you just double the value of this game just instantly, if not more. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I did. I can't wait for this editor to come out. I'm going to see what people were able to come up with in terms of the scenarios, and yeah, and that's not including the future updates that they're going to plan in for this game. So awesome. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one.